I used to have a song leader named Bob Persons. He was a character, if you ever saw one, a Swede, and just about as dumb as one. And that old boy, I would tell him the same joke every year, and he'd forget the joke every time I told it. I'd tell it every year and get it out of him. I'd say, Bob, I said, what's dumber than a dumb Irishman? He said, I don't know. I'd say, a smart Swede. He said, oh, it ain't funny, Ruckman, it ain't funny. Next year I'd say, hey, let me ask you something. What's dumber than a dumb Irishman? And he'd forgotten the joke. Well, anyway, he was 6 feet 3 and weighed about pretty close to 300 pounds. And his shoulders were broad enough so he just about hit that door with his shoulders going through. He played football in the Rose Bowl twice for Wisconsin. And he got saved drunk above on Pearl Harbor. He got drunk. They had to keep him aboard drunk, and somebody led him to Christ, and he cleaned up his life, and he was my song leader. Had a high tenor voice. And Bob Persons had one of the greatest voices I've ever heard. If you want to hear him sing one time and then hear him get off key on one note, you'll listen to Brother Munt, who's one of our graduates, and has a thing called Fisher Munt on the radio. How many ever heard it? Fisher Munt, okay. That's on the Milton station. He's on twice a day. And his theme song is Ship Ahoy. And Ship Ahoy was introduced by this guy leading singing for me. Jack Holcomb and the rest of them followed him. But Bob Persons out in the street would sing this Ship Ahoy. He was a Navy man. So he was always singing it. I was drifting away on life's pitiless sea when the angry waves threatened my ruin to be. I went away at my side. You know that one? The high tenor, operatic. And I'm on the street, preaching on the street for that guy. I could walk a block away and hear him sing every note in downtown traffic on a main highway. I mean, he had something. And he'd travel around and lead singing for me. And sometime we had to sleep in the same bed together, wherever they put us. And he'd weigh about 300 pounds, and I'd weigh about 150 or 160. So I'm sleeping on a slant all night long. And he's lying there, I'm down against him, all night long. In the morning, he's hard to get up. The guy was lazy, and I'd punch him and get him up, and he'd roll back to sleep. And I can't whistle now. My whistle's gone, but I just go whistle and say, now hear this. And that's a naval call to battle station, see. And when I do that, he'd get out of the bed. But he really come alive. He come awake then. I didn't have to say it loud. I just whistle and say, now hear this, and bang, he'd roll up, hit the floor, like to knock a hole in the floor. But that is what he's talking about there, about getting the guy up. And he says in the passage, he